Welcome to this iGoTerra short video tutorial. Today I will tell you how you can assign all your historic bird records from species level to subspecies level, something that is becoming increasingly more important with the change of taxonomy. So regardless if you work with Clements taxonomy being updated once a year or IOC taxonomy being updated 4 times a year, you will be faced with the issues of species being split and lumped. So most birders try to keep up with which subspecies they have seen. But for historic records, it might be another matter. So this is how I will show you how a tool in iGoTerra works well for you. So what you do is to go to Observations, and then you go to Assign Bird Observations to Subspecies Level. That is the tool. You click on this one, and it will calculate the number of observations you have that are not assigned to subspecies level, and you can see them by family here. So if I, for example, decide that today I will work on cleaning up my records for ducks, geese and swan, I click on this one, and here I can see my observations. For example, Cape Barren goose, I have one observation here from Australia, and I can click here, or I can click here, or even here. And then I see, based on ranges, which one it was. And I know that during this Australia trip, I was in South Australia and Tasmania and saw this one. So I click here and move to selected subspecies. Like that, and off it goes. Here's another example. I have multiple observations of Brent goose from Sweden. So I can click all, I can delete 1 or 2 or more if I want. And I check here again, and I find that it was the nominate subspecies Bernicla. So I tick this one and move them to subspecies level. Then I take a look at Canada goose here, and for example, the records here in Sweden will not be possible to assign to subspecies because it's unknown which subspecies was introduced to Sweden a long time ago. And there might be other reasons for not knowing which subspecies it is. Maybe they are difficult to identify, or they are migratory and overlapping in ranges and so on. And then you can place them on hold for later review. And that means basically putting them on the shelf. And you can look at them later on. So I do that, so now I don't need to bother with these records for some time. So this is working by family. And you can also type in, for example, a country here to Sweden, and then I get all the records from Sweden that are not assigned to subspecies level. And this is especially useful if you've been on a trip and in the field you might not have been able to identify them to subspecies because you don't have the right literature with you and so forth. So you want to do it when you come back home. So then you just want to see the records from Sweden here. And it works the same way. So if I, for example, click thrushes here, I see that there's an observation of common blackbird, and I tick this one, and I can see that it's the Maryland nominate subspecies, so I move it. It works exactly the same way. So then I can work through my country observations. And I can go back and show all the records again. And coming back to the observations that are placed on hold, I can also show those because maybe there is more information available in the future, how to identify them based on ranges or field marks and so on, so you want to review them again. So you can do that. And this is basically the tool, how it works, and I hope you'll find it useful. It is available to all our premium members, and doing this tool will help you immensely to be in charge of your list for future taxonomic updates. Thank you very much for listening.